Hi everyone. So yes, Ajano asked me last night to do this. I tried really hard to ignore his phone calls, but unfortunately he emailed me and I really couldn't avoid that. So I'm here. So just to give some context, part of what I'm going to be presenting to you, I'm hoping that we're able to extract blackness from the broader people of color category. I think there is a unique discomfort and hesitancy and almost dismissal when it comes to talking about anti-black racism. And so what I present to you today, I hope we're able to allow ourselves to sit in that discomfort and think about the kind of world that we are trying to create and who we want to be in that world. I grew up to the sounds of rain on the roof, winds bristling through the trees, rotten mangoes on the earth, to the smell and sounds of the ocean, roosters welcoming the light of the early morning, to the feel of dew on the leaves. That world felt, smelled, and tasted possible. Our food was only 10 steps away from the back door. I would accompany my grandfather to the land to pick and harvest the fruits and vegetables that were ready for our tasting. Hunger was not something we were used to because the land provided, our neighbors provided, the ocean provided. My grandmother would always tell us, no matter how you were feeling or what you were going through, no one needed to know. And though now when I look back, I understand the ways in which respectability politics played into that, I also knew that she told us that because she was trying to protect us, to shield us. Her words were meant to remind us that no matter the circumstance, we were somewhat in control. We were somewhat in control of the messages that we chose to share with others. In spite of the colonized lands upon which we stood, in spite of the histories of forced removal and dislocation that our bodies, our minds, and our spirits confronted, in spite of the struggles, resistances, and paths of our ancestors, we were somewhat still in control. And actually, while I was typing this last night, I heard what were clearly fighting sounds outside my balcony. And as I rushed to see what was happening, a young man was on the ground in the middle of the road, with a clearly enraged young man hovering over him, screaming at him, and seemingly about to hit him. Clearly aroused by the machismo, the guy who was hovering over the other person, they returned to their Mercedes-Benz, him and his friends, and they left the young man on the ground. He was clearly shocked, but he got off and went to the side of the road. The guys in the Mercedes-Benz sped off, high off of whatever just happened. No one said anything. No one was shot for wielding a weapon. No one was a threat. Whose world is actually possible? Earlier yesterday, I attended a vigil. To honor the spirit of an African man who was supposedly wielding a weapon. A hammer that is yet to be found. He was remembered as someone who always had a large and beaming smile. He had escaped war in southern Sudan as a refugee, had attended Afrofest earlier that day, and was looking forward to returning to see Kassav perform. Within seconds, his life was ripped away by the Toronto Police Services. According to the media, no details have been yet released. Things aren't clear. Is another life possible? Andrew Loku, we will say your name, we will remember you. Over 50% of people who have been killed by Toronto police who experience mental health histories are Black men. In 2002, the Toronto Star led an investigation that analyzed police arrest records, and it showed that in certain cases where police have discretion to use personal judgment, Black people receive harsher treatments than whites. The Special Investigations Unit of the Toronto Police Services, the SIU, is supposed to be an arm's-length agency that investigates incidents involving Ontario police where there is death, serious injury, or allegation of sexual assault. Since 1990, there have been 7 on-duty Toronto police officers who have been charged with manslaughter or murder by the SIU. None have been convicted. Shame. Whose world is possible?
Crime.
This vivacious African trans woman lived life as though every day was her last. She loved hard, she loved deeply. Thinking of the words of Dibi Young Anita Afrika, where she says, "Forgive me for not loving you fearlessly, but I can love you courageously." This African trans woman lived her life following these words. Her life was taken on February 22nd, 2015. On February 24th, 2015, the Toronto Police Services stated that 55 Division were conducting a thorough investigation. An autopsy was concluded and the results were inconclusive. There was public outcry. We were mourning. Where was the public outcry? Sumaya Dalmar, we will remember you. We will say your name. Sumaya Dalmar. Saskatchewan is burning. It could be burning until the fall, researchers say. The largest evacuation Saskatchewan has ever seen. More than 13,000 Lac La Ronde band members and others have been forced out of their homes. Is our world burning? Is another world possible? Today marks the 25th anniversary of the 78-day standoff at Oka. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Ancestor June Jordan left those words with us. In spite of the tragedies that we encounter on personal, community, and global levels, we are the ones we've been waiting for. I loaned my friend the book Soft Roads by Neil Hopkinson. We were building a friendship. He made me laugh. He reminded me how important laughter and talking bare nonsense is to my very existence and sanity in this world where we're not supposed to exist. He was teaching me how to DJ because I also seem to forget the importance of music, the importance of the drums, the importance of rhythm in my life, in grounding my psyche and guiding my spirit. I think of my Haitian comrades, sisters, brothers, family, and I think of Nelo's words. They will call you mad after your brothers are massacred, and grief makes you wild. They will call you sane again. When you collect the torn pieces of the body of the Black Emperor Dessalines, who made the flag of the land we call Haiti, as the original Taino inhabitants had named it. Dedi Basile, they will obey you when you demand that Dessalines be buried. I never got that book by Neil Hopkinson back. My friend took another path. His physical body would no longer be part of this world. He was labeled as someone with mental health disabilities. Another brilliant Black man misunderstood. IT remains under attack. Deportation, denaturalization, dehumanization remains. Where is our other world? In 1 week, there were 6 Black churches burned in the US. Mumia Abu Jamal remains in solitary confinement, with his health quickly deteriorating. My friend's mom, Khalida Gerard, remains locked up in Israeli fascist prison. My aunt still thinks that all we have to do is pray. My cousin still thinks that all you have to do is work hard and success will follow. These are my people. I must meet them where they are. African Colombian women continue to march in defense of life and the ancestral territories. The bodies of African and Caribbean revolutionaries remain missing. Another world is not only possible, she's waiting for us to recognize her existence, to make way for her, to clear the path of what we've left behind. Another world is not only possible, we must demand her existence.